to Pat in the Pot Creole Cooking Show. I'm Chef Pat Darbone from Lake Charles, Louisiana. And today we're going to be cooking a good old jambalaya, a chicken, pork, and sausage jambalaya, Louisiana style. So today I'm going to go ahead and show you my ingredients. I got some pork already cut up. I got some of my chicken already cut up. And I got some of my sausage already cut up. And a little bit later I'm going to show y'all how I cut my sausage and my chicken. And I have, for all my ingredients, I got one whole yellow onion, one whole green bell pepper, about a half a bunch of parsley. I have about 3 or 4 bunches of green onions chopped up. I have 2 sticks of celery, and I have some garlic here I'm going to be chopping up a little bit later. And of course, I got all my seasonings. So right now, and I'm going to be using 32 ounces of chicken stock also for the jambalaya. So, but before we get started chopping up, we got to have a little drinky drink. You know, I got to sip on it before I get to starting. Here we go, drinky drink time. All righty, I'm ready now. So let's go ahead and get rolling. So I'm gonna go ahead and start cutting up this chicken right here. And when you're cooking a jambalaya, you wanna use the boneless thighs. That's the best for a jambalaya. And you might wanna, when you start cutting it, you're gonna cut it kind of long pieces, because once you put it in the pot, it starts shriveling up. It'll shrink, so you want to leave them kind of long, like so. So I'm going to cut it like that, and I'm just going to cut it long pieces. You don't want to chop it too small. Well, that one's kind of small anyway, so kind of like this. Here we go. It's going to shrivel up. There you go. I done chopped most of it up already, but I just wanted to kind of show y'all and give y'all an idea how to cut it when you put it in the pot. Like so. Just like that. Okay, so jambalaya, my cousin Bertman and Charlene Papillon, they live in Swords, Louisiana, and they have a sausage kitchen. And they make jambalaya, and they sell jambalaya already packed up. And I tell you what, they got the best jambalaya I've ever eaten. I know I'm making one today, but I don't think I can come close to theirs. So every year in Mallet, Louisiana, we have a la boucherie at St. Anne's Catholic Church. And all the family get together, and my cousin Bertman and Charlene, they cook mostly all the food. The jambalaya, I'll tell you what, that's the best. I don't know their recipe, but I'm trying to get it from them. But I tell you, if you ever eat their jambalaya, you won't forget it. So the la boucherie, if you don't know, is when you take a whole pig and you roast it whole, and you put that apple in that mouth, and you roast it all night long. And then when it's good and when it's done, everybody just start chopping up in that meat and eating it whole, just like that. So that's what a la boucherie is. So I'm gonna move on, and I'm gonna go ahead and chop my sausage. So, you know, at one point I told y'all can cut it at an angle. Okay, that's when you're cooking for a gumbo or a sauce or whatever. But when you're making a jambalaya, you want to cut your sausage the regular way. Just round it, just like that. Because you don't want too big of a bite when you jambalaya, because you already have your other meats. You're just going to cut like so. Then you're going to put it on your platter, and you're going to keep on cutting until you're done. You see, you just want it nice and round. It's going to be a nice jambalaya. So I'm going to go ahead and finish cutting that up right now. And I'm going to go ahead and take me a little drinky drink, and we'll be right back.
Daniel, you ready to go camping?
Well, yeah, Gavin. Let's go through the checklist.
Let's check the water lines and fixtures for leaks.
Southern stocks all the plumbing fittings you need to get going.
Is the AC and refrigerator working?
I sure hope so. I hate to be hot or have hot drinks.
Southern stocks several models of ACs and refrigerators.
Don't forget to check the lights.
How many bulbs do you think we'll need? You know they burn out fast.
Southern stocks 12-volt LED bulbs that last up to 50,000 hours.
Let's make our first stop.
Southern Mobile Home and RV Supply.
Since 1991, Dr. Robert Arango has provided the best foot and ankle care for his patients in Southwest Louisiana. Lake Area Foot Care Center is dedicated to your comfort and prompt attention. Many minor foot and ankle procedures can be successfully treated in office, such as ingrown toenails, skin biopsies, hammer toes, bone spurs, and wart removal. At Lake Area Foot Care Center, Dr. Arango's goal is to help you maintain healthy feet and ankles.
Woo-hoo! We ready to rock and roll. Now we gotta just start seasoning our meat right now. So, okay, we got everything chopped up. I got about a half a pound of smoked sausage right here that I've already cut up. 1 whole pound of chicken thighs, boneless, and 1 whole pound of pork, boneless pork. So right now we're gonna go ahead and start seasoning it. So I'm gonna take my Cajun mix right here, Cajun seasoning, and I'm gonna just go ahead and start, and that consists of everything: cayenne, black pepper, salt, garlic powder, little chili powder in here. All right, probably got a little onion salt, all that. So we're gonna sprinkle it like so all over it. Just gonna kind of mix it up a little bit, get all that seasoning up on there. Yeah, my hands is clean. I did wash it. All right, you ain't got nothing to worry about. Okay, we're gonna sprinkle a little bit more seasoning on it, get it good and coated, like that. All right. Now, I'm gonna take some garlic powder. There we go. Sprinkle all over it. Coat that meat good with that garlic powder, like so. There we go. Then I'm gonna take some onion salt, and I'm gonna do the same thing. Sprinkle it all over, just like that. Then I'm gonna come back. I got some regular paprika right here. You know I like my paprika. What I told y'all, it make your gravy dark. So when I'm browning my meat in that pot, I want it to get nice and brown for that jambalaya. So I'm gonna put that paprika all over that, like that. Then I'm gonna come back with a little bit of smoked paprika. Give it that little touch of that little smoked Cajun flavor. There we go. I didn't need to season my sausage, y'all know that, because that's already. We're gonna go ahead and swish it around a little bit. Let me not get my chicken mixed up in with my pork, because I'm gonna cook my pork first. So now I want to put a little bit more paprika, regular paprika. Got to get it good and coated. There we go. All right, we got everything all nice and seasoned. So all we got to do is start throwing it in the pot. Okay, so right now we're going to go ahead and start browning our meat for this good old jambalaya. So I'm going to go ahead and start with my sausage and my pork meat. I'm going to go ahead and add it. Now, by the way, I added 1 cup of extra virgin olive oil to get started. Nice and hot, so here we go. We're going to go ahead and put our sausage in there, like so. It's already popping, you hear that? That's what I want. Grab that pork, and the reason I'm cooking the sausage and the pork first, because it takes a little bit longer to cook. So you're gonna always wanna save your chicken for last, especially your boneless chicken, because it doesn't take very long to cook that. So we're gonna go ahead and get this pork and sausage going. Oh yeah, nice cast iron pot. Put it. So where's my towel? Oh well, I lost it somewhere down the road. But anyway, woo, thank you, there you go. That was a good old catch. I told y'all I used to play baseball. All right, look. So a la boucherie is actually the butchering of a hog. And a couchon de lait is is when you roast the pig all night long with the apple in the mouth. So, and every year we do have that la boucherie where they have the butchering of the hog. So I wanted to explain that. I kind of got off track and didn't explain the couchon de lait. So here we go. We're getting it good and brown. I had my pot really good and hot, so it's browning pretty good. Gonna let that brown until it starts sticking at the bottom, like so. All right, so right quick, I'm gonna tell y'all a little joke about my buddies Boudreaux and Thibodeau. So one day Boudreaux and Thibodeau, they go to the camp, and they working on their camp. Boudreaux's on the top, on the roof, working on the rafters, and Thibodeau, he's down below. All of a sudden, Thibodeau hears a scream, and he looks up, and Boudreaux's holding his ear, and there's blood coming out everywhere, and Boudreaux screams, Thibodeau, Thibodeau, I cut my ear off. Look down there to see if you can find it. Thibodeau looks around. Oh, he finds the ear. He picks up the ear and he says, Boudreaux, I got your ear. Come on down, let's go to the hospital. Boudreaux looks, and he looks kind of puzzled. Thibodeau says, come on, Boudreaux, I got your ear. Boudreaux looks down, he says, me, that's not my ear. Thibodeau said, what you talking about, Boudreaux? Come on down, we got to get to the hospital. Boudreaux looks again, he says, that's not my ear. My ear had a pencil behind it. So, let's go on with this. We're gonna keep on browning, and we'll be right back in a minute with the rest of the ingredients.
It's that time of year for fun at New Look Furniture's February Festival of Savings. Recliners $197, 5-piece Tuscan dinette $297, stain-proof Novella sofa by Ashley $397, New Look Furniture sectionals $597, dual reclining sofa or console love seat, your choice $697, complete slate bedroom $777, artwork, lamps, rugs, and accessories 30% off, special financing and same-day delivery available. New Look Furniture, we save you money!
All right, while we were away, I've been browning my meat, and look at it. I threw my chicken in there about 15 minutes ago, and everything's been browning for about 30 minutes now. So it's good and brown, so I'm gonna start adding my ingredients. So right now I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of Worcestershire sauce right now. Splash that in there, like so, about a couple of tablespoons. And then I'm gonna add a couple of tablespoons of my red sherry wine. Y'all know I cook with my sherry wine. There we go, like that. And my white cooking wine, I add a couple of tablespoons of that, maybe more or less, however you want. And I'm gonna add a couple of dashes of Louisiana hot sauce. Oh, about 2 tablespoons of that. There we go. All right, now we're gonna give that a quick swirl, and then we're gonna add our ingredients. I got some green onions going in, about a cup of that. I got my celery, about a cup of celery, and I got, I'm gonna put about a half a large onion in there. Well, I'm gonna go ahead and put the whole onion, 1 whole large onion in there. I'm gonna add 1 whole bell pepper, add all that. Add my garlic. I got about 8 cloves of garlic chopped up. Add a little bit more green onions. I'll go ahead and just add all the celery. Now we're gonna stir that up. I'm gonna add a little handful of parsley. There we go. Now we're gonna go ahead and stir this up and let it get brown. Look how pretty that look already. We gotta let these onions caramelize, and then we'll be ready to throw in our liquids and let it simmer. Okay, so while we're doing that, we're gonna take a short break, and when we come back, I'm gonna teach y'all how to make some good old Firecracker Crackers. See you back in a minute.
Cambrai Memorial Park is a locally owned and operated cemetery that has been operating since 1952. We are located at 2701 Opelousas Street in Lake Charles, Louisiana. You can save your family the burden of making decisions alone and confused. And most of all, avoid price inflation. Please give one of our friendly service counselors a call at 337-436-0514 to assist you and your family with your final wishes.
All right, while we was away, I was getting my little drinky drink on, and now we've been cooking this good old jambalaya for about 45 minutes now, and everything is brown. All we gotta do is pour our chicken stock in there, and here we go. Let's get it. 32 ounces chicken stock going in. That's where you make your gravy. There we go. There. 32 ounces of chicken stock. Now we're gonna let that brown real good. And then I'm gonna add about a tablespoon of browning sauce. Make it a little bit darker. There we go. Look how pretty that look. That's what you call a Louisiana style jambalaya. Crawfish, filet gumbo, jambalaya, crawfish pie, filet gumbo. There we go. All right. Scrape that bottom, get all that gratin down from up there. Scrape that pot. I want some of my original gravy getting in there. Might add a little bit more browning sauce and make it dark. We'll go ahead and pour about 2 more tablespoons of it. There we go. Now, that's where we want it. All right, look at that. Now, all we got to do is let this simmer for about 15 minutes or so. While we're letting this jambalaya simmer, we're going to go ahead and make those good old firecracker crackers. All right, now we're going to get started making these good old firecracker crackers. Now, the ingredients is it's going to be 1 box of saltine crackers, the 4 stacks. As you can see, I got 3 of them in already, and I'm going to show you how you put them in there. 2 packs of ranch dressing mix. I use the spicy. You can use the regular, but there is spicy ranch dressing mix, so you can use that. Now, that's 2 packs of that, and about a tablespoon of cayenne pepper, a couple tablespoons of red chili, crushed red peppers, and about a teaspoon of garlic powder. So that's going to be my ingredients, and also 2 cups of canola oil. The recipe says you have to use canola oil. I don't know why, it didn't explain why, but I'm going to use canola oil. So make sure you don't use no other kind of oil but canola. So all right, we got the crackers laid in there, and I like to lay my crackers sideways, just like this, because the recipe shows that you stack it up and down. But I find if you stack it up and down when you pour your liquids in there, it doesn't go through. So I like to get it all the way through, so I'll lay them down like this. So I'm going to show y'all how to put them in there. You're going to grab a handful like so, if I can get it in there. Come on now, don't do me that way. And you're going to lay it like that. Just going to keep on laying them side by side until you get it all up in there. Like so. Now, I make mine, I double the recipe. You know, it really calls for 1 pack of ranch dressing mix and less pepper and less canola oil, but I double mine because I like it good and coated. If you use only 1 pack of dressing mix and 1 cup of canola oil, you don't really get it all coated real good. So see how I got my crackers all layered? All right, so now we're gonna go ahead and make the mix. So I got this measuring cup right here that I like to use. And I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to open up my ranch dressing mix. And I'm going to pour it in there. So if you got a 2-cup measuring cup, that's the best thing you can use because it's already measured for you. Tear it open. That's spicy ranch dressing. 2 envelopes full. Then you're going to take your cayenne pepper, and you can put how much you want. So I'm going to use about 2 of these teaspoons like that. And then some crushed red pepper. I'm going to use about 3 teaspoons. That's just my preference. You can use less. And 1 good old teaspoon of garlic powder. Now you're going to, in case this is in the way, I'm going to move that out of the way. You're going to mix it all up real good. You want all that powder mixed up with those peppers and garlic powder, like so. Keep on stirring it. All right, that's good and mixed up. Now you're going to take your canola oil, and you're going to pour it to where you see the 2 cups. Keep on pouring until you get to 2 cups. All right, now we're at 2 cups right there. Then we got to mix it all together just like this. I tell you what, every time I make these crackers, everybody wants them. They love them. I have people call me all the time asking me to make them some crackers. My friend that lives in Beaumont, my good old friend Sergeant Zeno, well, she's married now, and I can't remember her new married name, but she just texted me just last week and asked me if I could make her some of them crackers. And I told her, hold on, I'm going to make them on the show, and then you'll be able to get this recipe. So here you go, Sergeant Zeno, my good old friend. From Beaumont, Texas. I sure miss you. We used to cut up over there at Styles Unit, huh? All right. I hope you following these instructions. All right, now we're going to go ahead and pour it in there. So what I like to do, I like to take my funnel and I put it on the side like that because I like it, all the juice to drip down. Like so. You're going to drip it down like that, and then you're going to move your funnel over to this side. And then pour it, and then you're going to start. And you don't want to pour it without the funnel because you might get it in the creases of the Ziploc bag. And once you get it in the creases, then it's hard to seal. So make sure you don't get any in the creases. So right now we're going to zip it up. Make sure it's good and sealed, because you don't want it to open up on you and then fall out, and then you'll have a mess. And there you go. You're just going to start rotating it. Hold your crackers together, and you're just going to coat all of it evenly. And the thing is, it has to sit about 6 hours or longer. So if you want to make this for a party, you might want to make them the night before and let it sit. But you got to get it good and coated. You got to keep on flipping them every few minutes. You can let it sit down for a second or so, come back, and you flip them over until they're good and coated. Now, I like to flip mine until I see the salt starts sticking to the bag, and that means it's starting to dry up. So that's just my preference. So you're going to have to just keep on flipping them like this until it's good and coated. So now I'm going to show y'all the finishing results. See how it comes out? I already took one stack out. Let me move all this out of the way. Show y'all. Here you go, right there. Now what I like to do is I like to take it out of the original bag that I made it and put it in another bag, because once you open it up, that seasoning gets in that crease and then it's hard to seal back up. So you can go ahead and take another Ziploc, put it on top of this bag, flip it over into another Ziploc bag, and you can seal it. And these will last for 2 to 3 weeks. It stays fresh for about that long. So you're going to take some good old, my cousin Holiday Guillory, she made this crawfish jelly. So we're going to go ahead and give it a sample. There you go. Woo! That's bomb. All right, we'll be right back, and we'll check on this good old jambalaya.
Daniel, you ready to go camping?
Well, yeah, Gavin, let's go through the checklist.
Let's check the water lines and fixtures for leaks.
Southern stocks all the plumbing fittings you need to get going.
Is the AC and refrigerator working?
I sure hope so. I hate to be hot or have hot drinks.
Southern stocks several models of ACs and refrigerators.
Don't forget to check the lights.
How many bulbs you think we need? You know they burn out fast.
Southern stocks 12-volt LED bulbs that last up to 50,000 hours.
Let's make our first stop.
Southern Mobile Home and RV Supply.
Since 1991, Dr. Robert Arango has provided the best foot and ankle care for his patients in Southwest Louisiana. Lake Area Foot Care Center is dedicated to your comfort and prompt attention. Many minor foot and ankle procedures can be successfully treated in office, such as ingrown toenails, skin biopsies, hammer toes, bone spurs, and wart removal. At Lake Area Foot Care Center, Dr. Arango's goal is to help you maintain healthy feet and ankles.
All right, while we were away, I went on and mixed all my jambalaya together. As you can see, I don't like to put my rice in my jambalaya when I'm cooking it. I like to cook my rice separate. The reason being is I like to add my meat and gravy to the rice for everything to get to its consistency. You know, I don't like too much rice where you don't have enough gravy, or too much gravy and not enough rice, something like that. So as you can see, I mix it, and you can use I use 3 pounds of meat, 1 pound of sausage, 1 pound of chicken, and 1 pound of pork, and that's all boneless meat. So you can cook for that amount, 3 pounds for jambalaya. You might want to cook about 6 or 7 cups of rice. So right here, I went on and mixed it up, and last thing I'm going to do is I'm going to throw in some green onions. You know, in Louisiana, we love our green onions. And you mix it up real good, and you're going to put, a couple of tablespoons of parsley also, just like so. And then you're going to go ahead and finish mixing it up. And you can always throw in some of that gravy like that. Look at that, how pretty. See all that meat? You can throw the rest of your rice in there. Look at that. You want that gravy? I like a good dark jambalaya where it's juicy. I don't like my rice to be dry, so that's why I chose to mix it up myself. So look how pretty that is. Nice, pretty jambalaya, dark, rich, juicy. So we're gonna go ahead and set this aside for a second, and I'm gonna grab this right here. Now this here, oh, I don't wanna knock over my drinky drink, then we're gonna be in trouble. Oh, Lord, give me my drink. In fact, let me go ahead and take a sip. Ooh, I almost messed up and knocked my drinky drink over. I would have had to close the show down. All right, so this here is a nice plaque that my sister Juanita bought this for me. Let me get it where y'all can see it. And it's heavy. I tell you what, that thing must weigh about 15 pounds, 10, 15 pounds, something like that. She went to the Flea Fest at the Burton Coliseum back in November. And she was walking by these booths. And she seen this man that was selling these. So she had this guy make this especially for PatnDaPot. And I tell you what, look how nice it is. PatnDaPot, I love it. So thank you, Juanita. Very nice, very nice. So, okay, we're going to move this out of the way. Oh, I almost knocked drinky again. What's wrong with me? Come on, drinky. We're just going to go ahead and drink you so I don't knock you down. Ooh, Lord, help me if I knock over drinky. All right, so we're going to go ahead and put this on the plate like so. Oh, yeah. One more little scoop. There, look at that. That's what you call a pretty jambalaya. And I'm going to sprinkle me a little green onions on the top again. I love me some green onions. So we're going to go ahead and see what it tastes like. This is a good old Louisiana style chicken, pork, and sausage jambalaya made by PatnDaPot. Knock your socks off. Talk about good. Saucy bon. All right, so we're going to go ahead and close for this week, but tune back in for more PatnDaPot. Have a good one.